You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In a world where chaos never sleeps and pressure knocks daily at our doors, that one line, written nearly 2,000 years ago, still has the power to stop us in our tracks. What if the answers to our stress, anger, and restlessness aren't in the future, but buried in the reflections of a Roman emperor? This is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Not a book, but a timeless inner journal of strength, self-mastery, and deep clarity in the face of life's chaos. Marcus Aurelius wasn't just a philosopher. He was the Emperor of Rome, the most powerful man in the world during one of its most volatile periods. He could have written about conquest, pleasure, or power, but instead, in his private writings, never meant for publication, Marcus spoke only to himself about virtue, reason, discipline, and death. Meditations is a diary of his struggles, a conversation with his own soul, and a roadmap for any human being who's ever asked, "How can I live with more purpose, calm, and integrity, no matter what the world throws at me?" This script isn't a summary. It's a guide designed to bring his Stoic wisdom into your life, here and now. Let's begin. Part 1. Know yourself. The Stoic mindset. The Stoics believed that your peace doesn't depend on what happens to you, but how you respond. Marcus opens Meditations with deep gratitude, thanking the people who shaped his values, his grandfather for teaching him kindness, his father for integrity, his teachers for discipline, and the gods for giving him the chance to learn philosophy. And then he lays out the Stoic mindset in one sentence. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Here's what that means. You can't control what happens. People will lie. Things will break. Illness will come. But you can control what you think, what you believe, and how you act. This mindset isn't just positive thinking. It's radical acceptance. It's refusing to let the world decide your inner peace. In Marcus's world, everything external is indifferent. Fame, fortune, pain, death, none of it can touch your inner self, unless you let it. That's where the battle is fought, inside. Part 2. Control what you can, let go of the rest. Marcus writes again and again, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This one idea repeats like a heartbeat through Meditations. The Stoics called this dichotomy of control. You don't control what people say about you. You don't control how long you live. You don't even control what your body does, fully. But you do control what you think, what you believe, how you treat others, whether you act with virtue. When you focus only on what you can control, you stop being a victim of fate and start being the author of your life. Marcus practiced this every day, through war, illness, betrayal, and loss. His lesson? Don't argue what a good man should be. Be one. Part 3. Live according to nature. To Marcus, life wasn't random. It was nature unfolding perfectly, even when it feels messy. He writes, "What happens to each of us is for the benefit of the whole. Nature brings nothing that is not useful. We're all part of something bigger. A tree doesn't resist the seasons. A lion doesn't complain about the hunt. And we, human beings, are made to live in line with nature. That means living with reason, purpose, and service to others. This is Stoicism's big idea. Live with logic, not emotion. Serve the common good. Accept change, including death. Marcus didn't preach this, he lived it. Through plagues, rebellions, and personal tragedies, he reminded himself, accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs? He trusted life, not blindly, but because he believed that every moment was part of a whole. Part 4. Memento Mori, Remember Death. One of the most powerful Stoic teachings is Memento Mori. Remember, you must die. To Marcus, this wasn't morbid, it was freeing. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. He saw life as a breath, temporary, sacred, and never guaranteed. Why waste it on anger, envy, or procrastination? By facing death daily, Marcus sharpened his sense of urgency and clarity. He wasn't afraid to die, only afraid of not having lived right. That's the Stoic path. Not to live forever, but to live fully and rightly while you're here. Part 5. Virtue is the only good. For Marcus, there was only one true good, virtue, not wealth, not pleasure, not status. Virtue, meaning, wisdom, courage, justice, self-discipline. He believed that as long as he acted with these, nothing could truly harm him. He wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." No excuses, no compromises, just quiet, relentless integrity. Even as emperor, Marcus saw himself as a servant of the people. His duty wasn't to indulge, but to lead with fairness, calm, and humility. He reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Part 6. Dealing with difficult people. Ever had to deal with toxic people? So did Marcus, daily. And his advice? When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, today I will meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they don't know the difference between good and evil. He didn't sugarcoat people's flaws, but he didn't take them personally either. He saw others' bad behavior as ignorance, not evil. And because he lived by reason, not emotion, he chose to respond with calm. He writes, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. You stay kind, you stay principled, you rise above." Part 7. Be present, fully. Marcus constantly reminds himself to return to the present. Confine yourself to the present. He saw regret over the past or anxiety about the future as distractions, ego traps. Only now exists. Only now can be lived. So he practiced grounding himself, focusing fully on the task in front of him, the breath in his lungs, the duty in his hand. To live now is to live completely. Part 8. Final Teachings and Modern Takeaways. So, what can we take from all this? Marcus Aurelius's wisdom is simple, but not easy. It asks us to accept what we cannot control, Focus only on our thoughts and actions. Live with reason, discipline, and service. Be unmoved by praise or criticism. And above all, remember that life is short. He shows us that even emperors struggle with fear, anger, ego, and loss. But through daily practice, reflection, and virtue, we can transcend them. Marcus writes, "A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions." So, what are yours? Are they about things or character? Are they for pleasure or purpose? The Stoic path isn't flashy, but it's liberating. It doesn't promise happiness, but it gives you peace, even in pain. And that may be the most powerful thing any human can possess. Marcus never meant for us to read meditations. They were written in private, in pain, in silence, for his own soul. But maybe that's why they speak so clearly to ours. Because they aren't about performing Stoicism, they're about becoming it. Not once, but every day, in every thought, in every choice, until the day comes when you meet death, with nothing to regret. So the next time life overwhelms you, remember what Marcus said, "Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look."